All right, welcome to Sports Talk New York. I'm your host, Matt Palizzi. All right, let's get right into it. I don't know if anyone saw it. Panthers at Bills, the final preseason game. It was pretty much a bunch of, other than Carolina starting their starters, it was a bunch of second and third stringers for the Bills, just kind of figuring out who was going to be saved and who wasn't. All right, so let's get into stats here of the game, and then I'll get right down to the... All right, so quarterback, Ben DiNucci. He started off the game. He passed for 76 yards, was 11 of 15. His rating was 106. Let's see, he must have had... And then he had, two runs for 14 yards. 7 was the average. Then you had, and he was the first half, and then you had the second half, which was Anthony Brown. He was 11 of 12, 102 yards. He also ran for 13 yards. So that was the quarterbacks. Again, we'll get to the cuts here in a few minutes. Now, the running backs, led by Frank Gore Jr. He had 18 attempts for 101 yards for 1 touchdown. KJ Hamler had 3 for 21, 1 touchdown. Darrington Evans, he had 3 for 15. Then I told you about the run. So then we go to the receivers. Probably the best receiver of the day. Well, I'll just go down. Darrington Evans had 3 for 28 yards. He had that touchdown in the first half. Kane had 3 for 28. I thought he did well. I really did. I liked just of what I saw of him out there. He looked good. Zach Davidson, 4 for 23. Bird, 1 for 20. McKitty, 1 for 20. Xavier Johnson, 2 for 18. Justin Shorter, 2 for 15. Shavers, 2 for 15. I thought he was looking pretty good out there. KJ Hamler, 3 for 11. And then Frank Gore had 1 catch for 0 yards. All right. Then you go to defense. He had Couch, who had a sack. Anyone else have a sack? Bothroyd had a sack. And that was it. That was about 2 sacks. You had Daquan Hardy, who had 1 return for 24 yards. Ty Johnson had 1 return for 22 yards. There was no punts, returns. All right. And then you had the kicking. Obviously, Martin had 3 punts for a total of 150 yards, and 1 was inside the 20. So he's looking good. The one that we should be worried about a little bit here is Tyler Bass. He hit 1 of 2, and that one he missed was a 51, I think, yarder. He hit the 31 yarder here. But the 51 yarder, he missed. Some people are already worried about him. Alright, so there's the Bills and their stats. I'll give you the Panthers really quick, just because it's part of the game. Let's get over to the Panthers. Alright, Bryce Young, who started, who was 6 of 8, 70 yards, one series, touchdown. Yeah, he looked good. And then you had Plummer, who was in pretty much the majority of the rest of the game. I thought he looked pretty good. I mean, I don't know if he's going to make the team for the Panthers or not, but he definitely looked good. Jake Plummer, 21 of 29, 278. Yeah, it just was nice. You also had, for rushing for them, you had Sheridan, 13 for 35. Boone, 4 for 20. Hubbard, 3 for 15. Miles Sanders, 3 for 6. Let's see, receiving. Yeah, they passed the ball a lot in that game. Forstead, 2 for 63. Coker, 3 for 55. Marshall, 3 for 39. Yeah, it was definitely interesting with what they did. They passed on us a lot. All right, now the final score is 31-26 Carolina. We ended up 1-2 in the preseason. We lost the first one and lost the last one, and we won the middle one. So yeah, that's pretty much that for the preseason. All right, so now we're gonna go down to the players. The Bills released 7 players, and then 2 players were put on IR. All right, so as of last night, they released QB Anthony Brown, wide receiver Damiere Byrd, offensive line Kevin Jarvis, defensive end Rondell Bothroyd, linebacker Shane Simon, linebacker Deion Jones, and corner Kyrene Brown. They put, let's see if I can find it. I think I gotta go into here. And they put 2 players on IR. Yeah, they put 2 players on IR. Safety Terrell Burgess, safety D. Delaney. Now that means these 2 guys, I'm pretty sure, have to wait at least 4 weeks before they can return. Maybe longer. Because it's not like it used to be. It's not like it was before you got put on the IR and you couldn't come back at all. So I'm pretty sure that means that these 2 are the 2 that are going to be safe and that they have a shot to come back later on in the year. So yeah, we're waiting on some cuts here. Alright, Frank Gore Jr. He looked amazing. Unfortunately, he's got an uphill battle that he's got to make, because he's got James Cook, who's the starter. You've got Ray Davis, who is the backup to Cook, and you got Ty Johnson, who can go in and play wide receiver and running back, and special teams, and he's very fast. Very fast. He was fun to watch when they had him out there last year. Now, what can happen, yes, I mean, they could put him on the practice squad as in Gore, but the only way he could be taken off the practice squad and put on another team is if another team puts him on their 53-man roster. So he may be safe for at least a few weeks until we get things going and get things started. Once that happens, I mean, then the possibility that something could happen. But barring injury from another team, I think he's going to be safe. Joe Andreessen, he looked amazing. I mean, he had some issues in this game. He had some, but he still had 8 tackles, and then the week before he had 12 tackles. So I think he's good just because they've already released 2 linebackers. So this will definitely be interesting to see how this all goes. But all right, I just wanted to kind of get that out there with the Bills. If anything else releases happen, I'll get on it right away and be back on. But I'm going to be on probably a lot this week because I've got my division. I'm going through all the divisions and who I think the winners are, and I'll probably even say who I think where other teams will be and where they'll place. Maybe not record-wise, but I'm definitely doing 1st through 4th. But I'll be doing that throughout the week. I got to do another one here with the Jets-Giants game from the other day. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out, plus the Yankees. So yeah, you're going to see me quite a bit this week. All right, this is Sports Talk New York. Hope you all enjoy this. I'm Matt Palizzi. See ya.